Habits shape who we are, but are they our greatest strength or our deepest prison? From Aristotle to Nietzsche, philosophers have wrestled with the power of human habit. Today, we'll explore 10 timeless perspectives that reveal how our routines can build virtue, control society, or even destroy our freedom. 10 philosophical views about human habit. 1. Aristotle, habits as the foundation of virtue. Aristotle believed that human excellence is not something we are born with, but something we acquire through habit. Haxis. According to him, we become just by doing just acts, temperate by doing temperate acts, brave by doing brave acts. Habits are the repeated patterns of behavior that shape one's character over time. A person doesn't become virtuous by simply knowing what virtue is, but by practicing virtuous behavior until it becomes second nature. For Aristotle, habits are the bridge between potential and actuality. They determine whether we develop into flourishing individuals, eudaimonia, or fall into vice. 2. Plato, habit as a prison of the soul. Plato, Aristotle's teacher, had a more skeptical view of habits. In his dialogues, particularly the Republic, he suggests that many habits arise from critical imitation and social conditioning, which can keep the soul trapped in illusion. Habits, when examined, cause people to follow routine instead of seeking truth. Philosophy, for Plato, is the practice of breaking free from such habits through reason and dialectic. Only by overcoming habitual thinking can one ascend to the realm of the forms, where eternal truth resides. In this sense, habit is something to be transcended rather than cultivated. 3. Confucius, habits of ritual and harmony. In contrast, Confucius celebrated habit, particularly in the form of ritual propriety. He believed that repeated ritual actions such as bowing, offering respect, or speaking politely train people in moral conduct and create harmony in society. For Confucius, habits are not merely personal but social. They reinforce relationships, traditions, and order. By cultivating proper habits, individuals internalize virtue and bring stability to the community. Thus, habits function as moral training that bridges inner character with outer society. 4. David Hume, a habit as the foundation of belief. David Hume, the Scottish empiricist, argued that habit is not just about behavior but about how we form ideas and beliefs. According to Hume, reason alone cannot justify our belief in cause and effect. We believe the sun will rise tomorrow not because we logically prove it, but because we are habituated by past experience to expect it. Habit, or custom, is the psychological glue that holds human understanding together. Without habit, we would not be able to navigate the world or make predictions about it. In Hume's radical empiricism, habit underpins knowledge itself. 5. Immanuel Kant, habit and moral autonomy. Kant was wary of habit's role in moral life. For him, true morality comes from rational duty, not inclination or mechanical repetition. If one acts morally merely out of habit, then the action lacks genuine moral worth, because it is not guided by conscious respect for the moral law. Habits can be useful in practical life, but they threaten autonomy if they bypass rational choice. Kant insisted that morality must be grounded in freedom, the capacity to choose one's actions from duty. Thus, while Aristotle saw good habit as the essence of virtue, Kant feared it could undermine authentic moral responsibility. 6. John Dewey, habit as flexible adaptation. The American pragmatist John Dewey gave a modern twist to Aristotle's view. He argued that habits are not fixed, mechanical routines, but flexible tools for navigating a changing environment. Habits shape perception, thought, and action. They can be intelligently revised and adapted to new situations. Education, for Dewey, is precisely the process of cultivating intelligent habits that allow individuals to grow, solve problems, and cooperate with others, where Kant worried about habit undermining freedom. Dewey saw good habits as enabling freedom by making intelligent action possible. 7. Friedrich Nietzsche, habit and self-overcoming. Nietzsche took a critical stance toward herd habits, those passive routines imposed by society, religion, and tradition. He argued that such habits breed mediocrity and prevent individuals from realizing their true potential. Yet Nietzsche did not reject habit altogether. Instead, He saw value in consciously chosen habits that serve the project of self-overcoming. The strong individual shapes their own habits as a form of artistic self-creation. For Nietzsche, to become who you are requires the deliberate formation of empowering habits that affirm life and strengthen the will. 8. Søren Kierkegaard. Habit as despair or authenticity. Kierkegaard, the Danish existentialist, viewed unreflective habits as a form of despair. People fall into routines, work, social life, even religious practice without truly engaging with their own existence. Habit makes life comfortable but risks turning individuals into automatons who avoid the anxiety of freedom. However, Kierkegaard also believed that breaking with empty habits could open the way to authentic faith and individuality. Thus, habit is a double-edged sword. It can either suffocate the self or be transformed into a conscious, authentic mode of life. 9. Michel Foucault. Habit as a tool of power. Foucault examined habits from a social and political perspective. He argued that modern institutions such as schools, prisons, and hospitals discipline individuals by instilling bodily habits: how to sit, walk, speak, or behave. These micro-habits of everyday life shape individuals into docile bodies that can be controlled and regulated. What looks like normal behavior is often the result of power shaping human habits. Foucault thus revealed the political dimension of habit. It is not just personal or moral, but a way society exercises control over its members. 10. William James. Habit as the flywheel of society. The psychologist philosopher William James gave one of the most famous modern accounts of habit. He described habit as the enormous flywheel of society, stabilizing human life by making actions automatic. While habits save energy and create order, they also risk locking us into rigid patterns. James emphasized the importance of deliberately cultivating good habits early in life, since habits grow harder to change over time. For him, habit is the silent architect of character, determining both individual success and social functioning. So, what do you think? Are your habits shaping you, or are you shaping them? If you enjoyed this journey through philosophy, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss the next deep dive. And drop a comment below. Tell us which philosopher's view on habit spoke to you the most. Until next time, stay curious and keep questioning the patterns that define your life.